Hey there, history buffs! Today, we're unraveling the fascinating story of a secret operation that remained hidden in the shadows for decades. Our story takes place during the height of the Cold War, an era characterized by intense competition between two superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union. As these giants clashed in the shadows, covert operations and intelligence gathering became extremely important. Then came the Lockheed SR-71 Blackbird, which was an extraordinary achievement in aerospace engineering. Developed as a highly classified black project, it was shrouded in secrecy during its creation in the 1960s by Lockheed and its renowned Skunk Works division. This advanced long-range aircraft could cruise at speeds exceeding Mach 3, making it nearly untouchable by adversaries. Secrecy was of the utmost importance for the Blackbird, as it was designed for strategic reconnaissance, gathering critical intelligence in the most sensitive areas. Its innovative design and cutting-edge technology were a testament to the lengths taken to protect national security. The Blackbird also maintained an unparalleled advantage in the world of intelligence gathering in a period of intense ideological and political rivalry between the US and the Soviet Union. Cold War espionage wasn't simply about gathering information. It was a high-stakes game where the fate of nations hung in the balance. Intelligence agencies like the CIA and the KGB engaged in a relentless battle to uncover classified information, monitor military activities, and gain an advantage in the global chessboard of power. But the consequences of failure were critical. The wrong piece of information, a misinterpreted message, or a leak could lead to catastrophic repercussions, escalating tensions, or even sparking a nuclear conflict. Advanced surveillance techniques, interception of communications, and aerial reconnaissance were all essential tools in gathering critical intelligence. These methods, however, required a delicate balance, extracting information without alerting the enemy, and maintaining the cover of secrecy while delivering timely and accurate insights. The intelligence community developed groundbreaking technologies, such as spy satellites and encrypted communication systems, to stay one step ahead in the cat-mouse game of espionage. The cloak and dagger world of Cold War reconnaissance was an intricate dance of secrets and counter-secrets, where the ability to protect information and exploit vulnerabilities determined success or failure. Blackbird is a name that still conjures up images of stealth, speed, and the unknown. But why was Blackbird so innovative? Well, get ready for a fascinating journey into the heart of intelligence gathering and special operations. But first, we want to hear from our viewers. Let us know what kind of videos you'd like to see us post in the future down in the comments below. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe for more incredible videos about military history. At its core, the Blackbird reconnaissance aircraft was a breakthrough in intelligence gathering. Imagine the power of having eyes in the sky, capturing high-resolution images of enemy territory and monitoring their activities from afar. Blackbird provided that crucial advantage. The data gathered by Blackbird was then meticulously analyzed by intelligence experts. The process involved identifying strategic military installations, mapping out enemy infrastructure, and assessing potential threats to national security. It's truly amazing how intelligence professionals could turn a single photograph or intercepted message into a wealth of actionable information. These insights could shape military strategies and influence political decisions. Picture this. It's the early 1960s, and Lockheed's super-secret Skunk Works facility in Burbank, California is teeming with activity. Deep within those walls, engineers and technicians are hard at work developing one of the most groundbreaking aircraft of all time, the SR-71 Blackbird. They took the existing Lockheed A-12 reconnaissance aircraft and turned it into a beast of a plane that could fly at speeds exceeding Mach 3, which was truly remarkable for the technology of the period. The cutting-edge nature of the technology used for the Blackbird construction meant that this was a classified program that was carefully hidden from prying eyes. Just imagine the importance of intelligence gathering, surveillance, and support for special operations during a time when information was power. Every piece of data had the potential to alter the course of history, and the SR-71 Blackbird aircraft was able to deliver that information. It was truly groundbreaking and innovative. But let's take a closer look at what made this iconic aircraft so remarkable. The SR-71 Blackbird was designed to achieve astonishing speeds. It could reach a top speed of over Mach 3, 2,302 miles per hour or 3,705 kilometers per hour, which is more than 3 times the speed of sound. This made it the fastest manned aircraft ever built. Its speed also allowed it to rapidly traverse vast distances, reducing the time required to gather critical intelligence. The Blackbird's sleek and streamlined design contributed to its incredible speed. Its unique shape, with a long and slender fuselage, reduced drag and enabled it to cut through the air with minimal resistance. The chines, longitudinal lines of sharp change on the nose of the aircraft, and the swept-back wings further enhanced its aerodynamic performance. The Blackbird could fly at altitudes exceeding 85,000 feet, far above the reach of most surface-to-air missiles and enemy aircraft. Operating at such heights provided a significant advantage, as it allowed the Blackbird to fly in the stratosphere, where the air is thinner and the resistance reduced. This high-altitude capability also facilitated the collection of detailed imagery and electronic intelligence. To withstand the extreme conditions of high-speed and high-altitude flight, the SR-71 Blackbird was constructed using advanced materials. The aircraft was primarily made of titanium, which offered strength, durability, and resistance to high temperatures. Its fuselage expanded during flight due to the intense heat generated by air friction, a phenomenon known as thermal expansion. But this expansion required precise engineering to ensure the aircraft maintained its structural integrity. The Blackbird was equipped with state-of-the-art reconnaissance systems. Its primary sensor was a suite of advanced cameras and optical equipment, capable of capturing high-resolution imagery from a considerable distance. The aircraft also carried electronic intelligence gathering systems, allowing it to intercept and analyze enemy communications and radar signals. These sophisticated systems provided vital intelligence to decision-makers, enabling them to assess threats and monitor enemy activities. The Blackbird incorporated innovative techniques to reduce its infrared signature, making it harder for enemy infrared sensors to detect and track the aircraft. The extensive use of radar-absorbent materials and coatings, along with the careful design of the engine exhaust, minimized the aircraft's heat signature, and in turn this reduced its vulnerability to heat-seeking missiles and enhanced its stealth capabilities. The Blackbird's airframe and engines were meticulously designed to work together seamlessly. The Pratt & Whitney J58 engines, capable of sustaining supersonic speeds, were integrated into the fuselage to optimize aerodynamic performance. This design allowed the engines to exploit the aircraft's forward momentum for increased efficiency and power. The Blackbird had an impressive range, enabling it to conduct extended reconnaissance missions. With aerial refueling, it could cover vast distances without the need to land and refuel. This long-range capability made the Blackbird a versatile asset, capable of operating anywhere in the world with minimal logistical support. The SR-71 pushed the boundaries of aeronautical engineering and set new standards for speed, altitude, and reconnaissance capabilities. Its advanced design, revolutionary materials, and cutting-edge technology made it an unparalleled asset in gathering critical intelligence during the Cold War era. The development of Blackbird was hidden from public knowledge for an astonishingly long time. But in 1962, Lockheed and the U.S. Air Force had a problem. They had to figure out a way to transport this super-secret aircraft from the Lockheed factory in Burbank to the top-secret U.S. Air Force test site at Area 51 in Nevada without raising any eyebrows. It's not like they could just slap a top secret aircraft keep out sticker on the side. Keep in mind that this was before the C-5 Galaxy, the Air Force's massive transport aircraft, which came onto the scene in 1970. That beast could secretly transport the F-117 stealth fighter to Area 51. But back in the SR-71 days, they needed to be a bit more creative. So, a top-secret operation run by the CIA was created, a false front truck line called Roadrunners International. And no, we're not talking about a bunch of cartoon birds on wheels. Roadrunners International was created solely for the purpose of hauling SR-71's fuselage and wings to the top-secret test site. It was the ultimate undercover operation on wheels. Nothing was left to chance, and meticulous planning and preparation was the order of the day. To ensure the smooth transportation of the Blackbird, a pickup truck was specially outfitted with extended poles that matched the width and the height of the main transport carriage trailer. The first step involved mapping out the estimated route, carefully noting any obstacles that could impede the movement of the carriage boxes. And where necessary, measures were taken to remove these obstacles. Roadside barriers like signs were relocated, and trees were cut and hinged to allow for easier passage. Even roadside soils were cleared in certain areas to guarantee a clear path for transportation. This survey work began in 1959, 3 full years before the inaugural journey in February of 1962. Along the route, stopover locations were strategically planned in coordination with the highway patrols, ensuring suitable places to stay overnight. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, the dedicated team at Skunk Works tirelessly continued the design and construction of the aircraft's specialized carriage system. Picture this: a seemingly ordinary truck rolling down the highway, blending in with the other vehicles. But little did anyone know that that truck was carrying the incredibly advanced top-secret SR-71 Blackbird, carefully hidden from prying eyes. Imagine hauling a massive package that measures 65 feet long and 32.6 feet wide. That's like transporting a giant top-secret puzzle piece. But here's the kicker: it wasn't just one trip. In total, they had to make 18 journeys to Area 51 and 3 trips to Palmdale to transport the first 3 SR-71s ever built. And here's a fun fact: the transportation could only take place on weekdays. No weekend or holiday travel was permitted for these special deliveries. CIA agent Jim Noche was involved in the operation and later recalled, "We left the area early in the morning, taking turns driving until we reached Burbank." He then explained that when they arrived, the article was concealed in a large crate and covered with a tarp on the semi, ready to travel. Then, after they had lunch, they headed up Highway 95, and once they reached the ranch, the article was uncrated and put on a cart by something like a cherry picker. Noche then says that he believes the box was broken down and loaded onto the trailer before it was sent back to Burbank. He said that he wasn't aware of anyone taking pictures from his group, but Noche did recall an incident where a Greyhound bus barely scraped the side of the box, so the driver was given cash to fix the few scratches in order to avoid insurance claims. There were other heart-stopping moments along the journey, made evident by photos that were taken at the time. Several of these images reveal the massive wheels on the transportation vehicle sinking into the soft soil, leaving us to wonder how they managed to free the truck safely. Other photos highlight the dangerous proximity of the load to road signs and bridges, underscoring the delicate maneuvering required to navigate through tight spaces. And once all the trucks containing the parts for the prototype aircraft A-12, also called Article 121, arrived safely at the test site, a flurry of round-the-clock activity commenced. The pieces of the SR-71 were carefully unloaded and reassembled, fitting the fuselage and wings together to create the aircraft. The dedicated team worked tirelessly to finalize the assembly and conduct engine runs. They also performed system checkouts and carried out taxi tests, the last series of tests before the aircraft's first flight. Then, finally, on April 26, 1962, Lockheed test pilot Lou Schock took to the skies for the inaugural flight of Article 121. This iconic aircraft would go on to complete an impressive 322 flights before retiring to storage at Lockheed Site 2 in Palmdale, California. And today, Article 121 stands proudly on display at the renowned Blackbird Air Park in Palmdale, marking the birth of an extraordinary lineage of Blackbirds that would forever leave their mark in aviation history. The official retirement of the Blackbird fleet took place in 1990, as challenging geopolitical landscapes and advancements in technology rendered the aircraft's capabilities less relevant. With the end of the Cold War and the emergence of satellite-based reconnaissance systems, the need for manned strategic reconnaissance platforms diminished. Following their decommissioning, many of the aircraft were carefully preserved and placed in museums and other institutions to showcase their historical significance. Several SR-71 Blackbirds can be found on display in prominent aviation museums, including the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C., and the Museum of Flight in Seattle. The Blackbird played a significant role in advancing stealth technology. Its sleek shape and radar-absorbing materials set the stage for future stealth aircraft, such as the F-117 Nighthawk and the B-2 Spirit. The Blackbird's design principles and research into minimizing radar signatures paved the way for the development of aircraft that could operate undetected by enemy radar. And its influence on stealth technology has had far-reaching implications for modern military aviation. Today, the Blackbird stands as a testament to human achievement, and its legend lives on. The aircraft continues to captivate both aviation enthusiasts and the general public, and serves as a reminder of the heights that can be reached through determination, innovation, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. Do you think the military should be allowed to carry out top-secret projects without informing the general public? After all, it is the people's tax dollars that pay for these covert programs. Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.